Hello, everybody. I had to open my Amazon package early because I was really excited. This is my first yarn purchase in a great deal of time. These were like 17 something a piece, like for the 2-pack, I mean. So I got 2 of them so I could knit a blanket when we go camping this weekend. And it is I usually don't buy regular Red Heart because I don't find it very soft. It's very scratchy. But this will be an outdoor blankie, so it should be fine. Where's the other? Yeah. I've been listening to these audiobooks, the Vampire Knitting Club, and I thought there were only 3 books, but there is, let's see, there's group 1 to 3, 4 to 9, and then I think there's like, I don't know, there's like 20 of these books. But my Audible that I haven't used in years has been charging me, no matter how many times I close accounts of my bank accounts and switch accounts or move to a completely different bank, they just keep charging me their money. And so I've got all these points stored up, so I just use them to buy, all these audiobooks, and I'll usually listen to TV while I'm cleaning at work. So instead of listening to TV and having to be like, oh God, I really want to see this episode, I'm going to stop right now and just kind of like wait until I can, see it. So I've started listening to audiobooks instead. And I'm on the 2nd book, and they're good. They're funny and quirky and, whatever. I mean, this girl's like grandma died and she inherited a knitting shop, and she then sees her grandmother walking around, and it turns out her grandmother's a vampire because somebody tried to murder her because she wouldn't sell her shop to a developer. And her friends who do a knitting group in the basement are vampires, and so they turned her so that she wouldn't be dead because they loved her. And they live in the canals like below the shop or whatever, and so this girl who doesn't know how to knit and tries and then makes everything look terrible. Admittedly, she doesn't like care if she knits very good. And then eventually she, like in the 2nd book, now she's actually trying a little bit. But it's so stupid. Like, we would all drop dead, like, gorgeously happy for a freaking yarn shop and being like, oh yeah, my grandma's a vampire. I'll be like, great, I'll just get to a certain age and you can turn me into a vampire and somebody else can run the shop and we'll all be happy knitting forever. And it's really hilarious because a lot of them they all want excuses because they have time unlimited. They all want excuses to knit people stuff. And it's really funny because she comes into town again and discovers all this, and everybody's like, oh, I'll knit you a sweater. And they end up knitting sweaters in the material, in the yarn that they have too much yarn of in the shop. So everybody sees her wearing these sweaters and be like, oh, I want to make that. Where'd you get that yarn? And she's like, over here. There's like a ton of it still. And it's always like knit out of the things that there's too many skeins of in the shop. It's just so funny. But she is teaching herself now better how to like knit, and it's funny because she has a spell that she can do because she's a witch. She has a spell that she can do that she can just have something be knit by needles, and I'm like, okay, can I just get like 50 ideas I have out of my head by having the knitting needles knit them, and then I'll just take a lot of time doing a project or something. It's super funny. But I'm on the 2nd book, and I bought the first 3, and then for some reason the next 4 are free on Audible. I don't know why. And then from there on after, you have to buy the rest of them. But yeah, I'm going to knit a blanket with this. I don't know what pattern. I was thinking maybe I would just knit with each skein. I'm not gonna put them together. I'm going to knit 4 strips and then put them together at the end so that I have something quick and dirty to work on. I might change my mind. Half my fun is going on Pinterest and all other places and looking for knitting patterns that I can do. But there's the mock eyelet cable that I love, but there is a way to do it forwards and backwards, but I like doing it in the tube, so yeah, I'm gonna have to find a different one. I don't know. Maybe I'll just do stockinette or something. I don't know. But I hate the back. I hate the going back and the pattern be all in the front. It's fine. I'll figure it out. I'll just be spending the next some odd hours in between all my little junk at work looking for patterns, which is like the funnest. And then watching half YouTube videos thinking I can do it, and then them saying things too many instructions in a row and me being like, no, I'll cut that out and add something there, which is what I do most of the time. I don't think I've ever... The mock eyelet cable, I think I followed to the T, but her amount of stitches were so many that it made it, like, insane, so I cut them in half. I don't know. My gauge is in the middle of the road. It's not too tight. It's not too loose, so a lot of the time the person that's teaching is, like, knitting super loose or super tight. I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out, and it will be just super fun. But this is the mermaid colorway. It is 2 for 17 something on Amazon, so I bought 2 of them.